Election day is finally here, and a lot is at stake, both locally and also nationally. Right now, Democrats hold a razor-thin majority on Capitol Hill. Republicans would need to win a net of 1 seat to take control of the Senate, and Republicans would need to win 5 seats to win control of the House.
Let's focus on a local race now. For the first time in 8 years, Maryland will be electing a new governor, and the polls open in less than 2 hours.
Katie Kairos is live at a polling place in Bethesda with a closer look at that race. Morning, Katie.
Good morning. That's right. I'm out here at Bethesda Chevy Chase High School, and while it's quiet out here right now, we're watching that lunar eclipse. In about an hour, poll workers are going to show up here and begin getting ready for the doors to open at 7 a.m. as they will across Maryland as voters head to the polls here. But some of them have already sent in mail-in ballots and completed early voting, and some local boards of elections across Maryland have already been allowed to start counting those votes. That's thanks to a court ruling earlier this fall that allowed the local boards to begin counting the ballots they already had beginning in early October. But nevertheless, we know that less than 20% of Marylanders have actually returned a ballot already, according to the State Board of Elections. So once again, it's all coming down to Election Day. And Democratic candidate for governor Wes Moore held an election eve rally at Bowie State University, and he brought in some prominent guests. Joining Moore on stage was President Biden and Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen. If elected, Wes Moore would make history as Maryland's first black governor. Moore is a businessman, philanthropist, and combat veteran. Meanwhile, while stumping for votes, the Republican candidate for governor Dan Cox stopped inside a popular Baltimore deli named Atman's. Cox spent a good part of the day campaigning in Fells Point and other Baltimore spots, and he said if elected, one of his top priorities would be helping Baltimore curb crime. Cox is a Maryland state delegate representing parts of Frederick and Carroll counties, and he's an attorney. And we know that later in the morning from his campaign, Wes Moore will be campaigning in Montgomery County. He'll be stopping at several polling places. We expect to catch up to him at his first stop at 7 a.m. at a school in North Bethesda. And then he'll be holding his election night party at a hotel in Baltimore. Meanwhile, Dan Cox, also at 7 a.m., is expected to cast his ballot at a polling place in Sibyllsville, and then he will hold his election night party in Annapolis. And meanwhile, Governor Hogan actually has not endorsed a candidate in this race to succeed him. Annie, Allison, and Larry, back to you.
All right, Katie Kairos. Thank you.